Welcome back to TuTube. Now, the series Moone Boy has had incredible international success, picking up tons of IFTAs and an Emmy Award. Well, friends and writers of the series, Chris O'Dowd and Nick V. Murphy, have come back together to write a wonderful book about the latest adventures of Martin Moone. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, our pleasure.
So tell me about the book.
Oh,
Whoa, where do we begin? Martin Moone, he gets a job.
Well, so it's called Moone Boy, the Fish Detective.
Yes.
It's about Martin Moone getting his first job. It's Christmas. Coming up to Christmas, he wants a Game Boy. Can't afford it. So he decides to get a job as a butcher boy. But
he discovers that in the shop is like there's getting no business at all because there's a fish shop across the way run by Francie Feely, who we know from the show, and it's stealing all their business. And Martin and the butcher lady are suspicious that something is afoot with this place. So Martin decides to go undercover to the fish factory to see what their secrets are.
Brilliant. And so does it read like an episode? Like when you were writing it, were you kind of imagining it as a TV episode, or how does it work?
No, not at all, really.
No, not really. We think about it, I guess, in a funny kind of a way. We probably think about it like it is the same story length. You know, so it'll take longer to read than an episode will to watch, but only slightly, probably. But it has the same kind of story arc and the same jokes and exactly the same jokes. We just steal them really from the show.
You just put some of the scripts in there, basically.
It.
That's exactly what we've done. But does it make it easier for you then when you're writing the story, when you have the characters in mind, you know them all so well?
Yeah, and it's fun. Like from the start, really, because I played the Sean Murphy character, and a lot of the dialogue is between Sean and Martin. Nick always reads Martin, so he is very much like what I imagine Martin is like. So yeah, and then as more and more of the characters kind of come out, we fight over who's going to do the voices for them as we're reading it through. So that's quite fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. And of course, you guys are friends, of course. So
I wouldn't go that far, but
maybe sometimes you're friends. Maybe not after you've written the book. Is there any problems? I suppose. Does it get complicated because you're trying to be nice to each other, or?
That's never come up.
It's kind of like a marriage in some ways. It's kind of a writing partnership. You know, it's like a lot of writing partners kind of feel like that. I think that it's like
we make love.
We annoy each other, but we're kind of like it works together.
There's an odd thing that's happened because we are really good friends, and we kind of have been friends since college, and but now we work together so much that when we go out for a drink or whatever, it's very hard. We have to really force ourselves to not talk about work.
It's like a proper date night.
Date night. Turn off your phone. Stop checking your emails.
No Martin Moone tonight. Let's just talk about you.
And I love the way at the beginning of the book, you've dedicated the book to your kids that were born during the writing of the book. So does that complicate things at all? Slow things down?
I mean, it did not even slow it. I mean,
I had to take a half day that day.
Just a half day?
I only got a half chapter done during the labour. It changes. I mean, it changes your focus, and it also changes your schedule kind of drastically. So I used to write at night, actually. I used to write between like 11 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Wow, okay.
And now I'm just so exhausted. There's a lot more spelling mistakes in the book, I think.
Actually, I wanted to ask you as well about the book, the layout. It's kind of on copybook pages, and then at the bottom there's little references and stuff explaining what certain things are. So who decided on the look of the book?
Macmillan really helped us kind of with that in terms of the design of it. But then Cartoon Saloon were a big part of that as well.
Oh, brilliant.
You know, they did our animation bits in the show, and we really wanted them to be involved in this as well. So Walter, their Cartoon Saloon, did all of our illustrations for the book, and they're
incredible, aren't they?
Yeah,
I know.
Really
we love them.
Amazing.
And I guess the form that the book takes is the same as the animation in the shows. So it is the kind of line paper, and just, I guess, to get that feeling of school days back in it.
Brilliant. And you've brought in 8 copies of the book, signed.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, we're going to give them away. So if you want to get your hands on that book, get over to our Facebook page right now, /TuTube TV. And Chris, as well, you've got a movie coming out tomorrow.
I do.
You do, the programme.
I do, the programme,
yes.
the Lance Armstrong story.
Was it nice to step away from the comedy and kind of step into a more serious kind of...
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to do something where you're not worried about doing a joke at the end. Which is generally my life. So it's in a way it's a lot less pressure, and
Brilliant.
I loved it. Yeah.
Well, we're really looking forward to it. And guys, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about the book.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
So much.
you.
Guys, that's all we got time for. I'll see you in a little bit.
See you
Cheers.
later.
Bye.
Bye.